up, guys? So glad you're here to join us at Reading to Soar. So I decided to name our phonics program Phonics Soar to Fun. That is the name of our series. Our two new sounds that we're talking about today is D and T. As we go on, remember to pull out your handy dandy consonant city. As we were talking before, we were talking about the stops. Stops are sounds that stop. They don't keep going. These sounds are the 6 that we are focusing on right now, and we already talked about the first 2 in the last video. But today we're going to focus on the next 2. We're going to go over our first sound, which is going to be the sound D. On there is a picture of a what? That is a picture of a dog. Go over the verbal cues when we say D. D is a front sound. And so in our previous videos, we refer back to these posters. And when I say ol or those are both not in the front of my mouth. Like when we say D or T. Let's talk about if it's a sound on or a sound off sound. So is it loud or is it quiet? Let's say it together. Put your hand on your throat. D. D. Do you feel anything as you are saying D? Yeah, you do. So if you do, you are saying this correct sound. D. D. You should feel it in your throat because it is a loud sound. As well as it being a stop sound, it is also, oh, there's a fly. So go away. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Watch it come back though. So when I say it's a stop sound, it also is a short sound. It means it stops abruptly. D. D. And it also is short. It's not like the letter D. When you say D, you have D, E, which you're adding on the sound E. Is this letter name, but that's not the letter sound. When we say it was a loud sound, we're also referring to it being a voice on sound. Voice on and loud sound are the same. Whenever we feel our throat and we say the correct sound, D, we should feel it in our throat. So let's go ahead and talk about the tactile cues of D. We are going to take our index finger, which is the one that you point with next to your thumb, and I want you to touch the bumpy ridge. When we referred to in our first videos, we have this thing right behind our teeth, and it's called the bumpy ridge. You can feel it with your finger. So go ahead and feel it. It's that part right behind your teeth. And no, it's not the roof of your mouth. It is the bumpy ridge part of that roof. So that is where your tongue is supposed to go. So wherever you touch right behind your teeth, touch it with your tongue too. Good. Let's go ahead and compare D to T. Now that we moved on to T, we are going to talk about how when we say T, we don't want to go T. Or whenever we say the D sound, we don't want to say duh, because we don't want to add on that extra sound. Let's go over the verbal cues for T. Just like D, you can feel it in the front of your mouth. T, D, T. Your tongue is touching that bumpy ridge once again. When you feel your throat and you say T, do you feel anything? T, T. Nope. You shouldn't feel anything, but when you say D, you can. D, T, D, T. So we know when we're making the correct sound, when we know that we are using the correct verbal cues. So for D, you feel it, D, 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 and for T, you don't feel it. T, T, T. So those are the difference between the two. So you can see that the pictures are the exact same, but the only difference is that it's a voice off sound for which means that it is a quiet sound, as we referred to back in our posters that we talked about in our first video. And it also is a short sound, just like D. They both stop, they don't keep going, like the sound E. So let's go over the tactile cues for T. Just like with D, you will do the same exact thing. Your tongue has to go exactly where that bumpy ridge part is again. So go ahead and touch your bumpy ridge. It should be bumpy right there. That is the part where you would put your tongue. So go ahead and try it with T, T, T. My mouth shape is not all the way open. So when we refer to mouth shapes, it's not round. T, T. It's not an oval. T, T. I can't make that sound. But it is a smile sound, which is that first one up there. Because you are smiling when you say it. T, T. Now, you may not be like, I'm saying t, but you are saying it with the t sound. Great job today. Thank you for watching my video today. I think it was a great day to learn something new. I'm Mrs. Fender. Thank you for joining. Like and subscribe to my show, and come back every single Monday and we will have a new sound post. Bye! Bye!